So I know I've showcased my poetry already on my YouTube channel, but um, I looked on how many poems I wrote since I started, and I'm on 198 poems like this, even a full-fledged song somewhere. And yeah, I just thought I'm gonna slowly go through everything. Feel free to pause and read whatever you want. Warning, there's gonna be a lot of cringy shit. And warning, there's around 61 pages of poetry. And this is page 9 right now. I mean, I don't know, I kinda started in a spur of a moment, to be honest. I went back and looked. It seems I posted my first poem on July 2nd. That's Hell of My Design. And yeah, I think the version that's on my Google Docs, because I saved my poems on Google Drive and on Tapas, just to be sure. And I don't put all of the poems I put on Tapas in here because this is just like, I'm not gonna say more serious stuff because there's jokes and two kind of like poems like these, 2 lines, and that's it. And yeah, this video is the knife wielding tentacle. I don't know, that video just makes me laugh no matter how many times I watch it. And this next song, yeah, that's not the happiest song, explains a lot of me, so I'm just gonna here, if you want to read it you can pause it. Yeah, I don't know, when I just started writing poetry, I had inspiration to write 2 poems every day. And after a while I kind of wore out. Because I love poetry, but before I started posting it, there was a long time I wanted to have nothing to do with it. Thanks to my middle school teachers and elementary school teachers, because I was always so talented, so good at this, so good at that, and I was forced into a lot of stuff, and one of them was poetry recital and even writing some poems, and I genuinely started hating it. But then after a while I just kinda, I don't know, I needed to come to college to leave that resentment in my past. When you're forced into something, it kills every semblance of joy you can find in it. I mean, look at this. Tapas 30 sub special. I think my YouTube was, I think on 15 subs then. I'm on 130 now and my Tapas is on 95. I mean, this was not even a year ago. When you put it in perspective, I don't know, for someone it would be a little, for me it's like climbing Mount Everest. And yeah, a lot of my poetry is inspired by a song or music in general. Sometimes I just write about things I see, like this. I mean, it's funny, It's pretty unusual, but not so uncommon to see a red moon. But it just looks so freaking awesome in my opinion. That's why I dedicated a poem to it. I know, sometimes I just write things like this. I know. Yeah, I think yeah, this is page 22. What is this? Oh yeah, that's one of the these this and this. They're one of the more serious, angry, anger-fueled poems. Yeah, I explained why they are like that in the description in Tapas. So yeah. Anyway, and this was I don't know this poem here. I kind of like it. It's short. It's funny. It's pretty much I don't know. It's a joke. No, no. If I go silent for a while, sorry. This video actually I didn't plan on talking. Just saying what I was going to do and then just scroll through everything. But for some reason I just keep on rambling. Oh yeah, I think this was around the end. I know this was second year of college. And I know I had exams and projects piling up, and I was like losing my mind. And yeah, this was the day after. For some reason, I felt completely fine the day after. Just kinda took it in perspective. I have this, and this. I have 3 freaking months to do it, and for some reason, it helped that day, but not this one. And if you wonder when these poems were written, they have a timestamp on Tapas. I just felt it was unnecessary and kind of stupid putting them in here in Google Docs. Yeah, this was when my health, I think around the time when my health issues started. Or was it this still? No, this was still in the summer. This was the summer before everything went to hell, I believe. Because during the summer we have a break, we don't have practice, and yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't know, because here I write about... Where is it? The one I said I was losing my mind. Yeah, this. Maybe this was during winter break or something. I know I didn't go to practice for a while, that's why this came out. Just cannot put it in a context right now. Yeah, I find thunderstorms relaxing. And actually, I love when I can go to sleep and just listen to thunderstorms outside pretty much blowing the world apart. I know, I'm kind of a weird person. And yeah, I often use heavy metal as a lullaby. Another weird thing I do. This was over 100 episodes ago. Wow. Yeah, this was definitely during summer vacation because looking through the window when I'm home, that's just an experience because I look through the window and I see a freaking canyon. Like a green canyon with a river at the bottom and sea and an island in the distance. I mean, just Jesus. And yeah, this is just, sometimes I just write things I think. And they are kind of maybe dumb, maybe deep, maybe just pure edgy. I don't care. I think this was some kind of a request. Yeah, because I did write a couple of poetry when I said request or request a topic of a poem, and I just wrote it. And yeah. Oh yeah, and one thing that's missing from these are a couple of collaborations slash art trades I did. No, I was just kind of feeling in great when I wrote this. I don't know. And yeah, that's a pretty normal thing on tapas. Just two people talk to each other and they're like, I'm gonna draw something for you, you draw something for me, and they do a trade. Art trade. And it's a good way to find new people, good way to introduce people who read and or watch your stuff to other artists. And I did that a couple of times with poetry. And yes, as I said, rambling about music again. I'm addicted to music. Yeah, this was definitely after I started having health problems. And this is something that haunts me to this day. Because judo is something I've been doing for, what, 8 years now? Yeah, I think it's eight, maybe even over. What am I? Let me just calculate this for a minute. 3, 7. Yeah, 8 years. So I've been in judo for 8 years, and now since I keep having back problems, I always have that dose of fear that one day I'll just have to stop. And if that happens, there's gonna be a lot of broken things in my apartment. Oh yeah, this is also pretty rage-infused poem. I have a lot of those. Uni. What? Wait, what? This was... I don't follow my own timeline sometimes. No matter. Wait, did I get hurt before? I might have actually fucked my back up before I went to uni. I don't know. I don't remember the timeline. I just know that I'm in pain pretty often. Yeah, this was written when I was in my apartment. Year 3 of uni, here we go. So this was... I don't know the month's name in English. This was... what? December? Yeah, I think it was December. Not December. November. It was November. It was freaking November. First training, yeah. That was me still going on practice before I got that freaking prosthesis I had to wear for 3 months. I don't know, I just wrote a lot of crazy stuff, to be honest. Yeah. Um, I mean, you see the title. Oh, deja vus. That's one thing I freaking hate, and it keeps happening quite often to me. If you don't know what it is, go look it up because uh, it's kind of crazy explaining it. Oh yeah, this was the time when I started thinking about becoming a judo judge, and I'm still working on it. It will take a while though, because that's not easy. Oh, oh yeah, I still remember this moment. I was coming back from judo practice one day and I just heard this random old man. So it was 9 a.m. It was Wednesday, so chances of somebody passing on the street were not the highest. And this guy just set his hat on the ground if somebody wants to drop a couple of coins and starts playing the freaking flute like there's no tomorrow. That was some of the most beautiful music I've heard in my entire life. Uh, oh Jesus Christ! A few seconds ago, this is from Tapas. So let me just delete that. And yeah, that's the problem. When I copy them, the tag is not for the date or it's just how long ago they were posted. And since I just post them immediately after I post them on Tapas, I mean I copy them here after I post them on Tapas. I sometimes forgot to delete that marking saying a few seconds ago. And yeah, this about style I wrote it because uh, a lot of people said that a lot of my poems seem to have a lot of similarities with rap, which makes sense because I listen to a hell ton of rap. I listen to other things. I love metal, for example, but rap is something that just sticks with me no matter what. And this is page 44, FYI. 44 of 61. And yeah, of course, if you listen to that kind of art style, I mean, there's a lot of styles of rap, but it's mostly good rap is a story, a hard-hitting lyric. And that's something I want to do. That's the way I want to write. Simple, to the point, and slap you across the face with reality. Oh yeah, this has, um, you see this? It these two lines have a reference to three songs I've listened to that day. And I'm not gonna I'm not gonna mark where, but these two lines contain references to three songs that made me. They didn't made me, but gave me inspiration to write this entire poem. Oh, and this was after the trip to my cousins in the capital of Zagreb. Yeah, I've heard some things there that I thought were not possible to hear in Europe. I mean, nothing bad, but that way of thinking is just, in my opinion, it's insanely backwards. Yeah, this is just me talking about sports because judo. I was in pain, I was still going to judo, and things like that spur out in that kind of situations. The required title, because sometimes I just don't know what to title the things I write. I mean, how would you title this? If you have any idea, give me suggestions freely, because the required title. Jesus Christ, get down. Yeah, a lot of my poems seem have some profanity. Jesus Christ, stay there. Have some swear words in them, because sometimes that's just how I feel, and as I said, I write how I feel. I write the truth. At least I try to. And yeah, this is pretty much... I don't know what this was about. I think it was something I saw on the news or read. I think it was a YouTube video and somebody was trash talking Islam. Now, let me just say, this is kind of a controversial thing, but I have friends who are Muslim, and they're good people. And I know, saying that the entire religion is responsible for the actions of a minority, an idiotic minority, it's wrong. But this is the main thing. Voices of reason drowned by few screams of hate. The minority tends to be loud and extremist, and that's the only way they can achieve something. And then you let the minority rule, like that happened in Germany at the beginning of the last century, and what we had was the worst war the history ever saw. So yeah, reasonable people need to start speaking up a bit more, otherwise we'll be up to our neck in nukes in no time. Wait, where? I don't know. A lot of things I wrote is words like this. I'm just gonna copy that and see its meaning, because that's what I do a lot of times. If I want to make something rhyme and I have kind of an idea what a word means, probably didn't spell it right, wouldn't be anything new. Maybe I wanted to put abysmal. I think I did. Abysmal. I think it's spelled properly. If I have like a idea what the word means, but I'm not sure. I just go and Google it to find a definition. Yeah, and I did write some things I didn't enjoy, and I deleted a lot of those poems. There were not a lot of them, I think 2 or 3. Some poems I just changed because I thought they would be a lot better that way. Oh, yeah, this. Thing is that some people started, like, I wrote a poem of 2 lines, and somebody posts a poem, like, half the freaking page of text in rhyme, that's a million times better than the 2 original lines that inspired it. I mean, that's the thing, everybody can be creative, you just need that spark, something to instigate it. Instigate it, Jesus Christ. I don't know how to speak. Yeah, this was when the doctor told me, like, about my scoliosis and everything, and I just had to make a joke about it that I'm medically confirmed as twisted because that's my way of dealing with things pretty often. And yeah, that was when everything. This was like when I had it the worst, when I was. Um, I say that after I hurt my backs, that was the second worst period of my life, just mentally. Because I had a lot of doubts, a lot of fears, a lot of everything just piled up. Combine that with university and you have a hell of a lot of stress. Oh, wait. And yeah, it was not easy to go through all of that, but I did. And my poetry was a kind of event, kind of somewhere I can blow up steam. I'm gonna hate that helped me a lot. And yeah, thing is that sometimes I just this. This was I think 2 days after this. I was not doing that much better, but I spend a lot of time in my head and I think about anything and everything. And sometimes a negative thought comes to my mind and it just like a snowball rolling downhill. You get the picture, and when it gets too much, I just blow off steam like this. Then 2 days after, I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with me? And yeah, I don't know why this is in Latin and it means sunset of humanity. Um, I don't know. Edgy. I just made another edgy poem and that's it. I just felt like writing something like this and yeah. And the title earned. Yeah, that was, I think, title earned. What? Was that right after I passed the theory for the judo judge? I think it was. Yeah, that was the theory test for judo judges. Me and a couple of friends went and we managed, all of us passed the test. Okay, Shinoda, I'm not gonna... I think it's safe to say that this guy saved my life. I mean, I praise the song Right Now by Fort Minor, made by the group that was kinda started by this guy. That song had so much effect on me and seriously pulled me out of a couple of bad mindsets. And yeah, I'm gonna keep praising that song for as long as I live. Because right now, it's not the happiest song, but as I said, it slaps you in the face with reality, and that's something I respect. And yeah, like Shinoda, I love his stuff. I'm just gonna put his full name here. Mike Shinoda. Yeah, he is the member of Linkin Park, for those who didn't realize that. And this is just kind of a metaphor for everything. I don't know. Just felt right, like writing something like that. It was actually like a half a page of text, and then I was just like, I'm not happy with that. I deleted everything and I was like, what was the point? It had the form, it had everything, I wasn't happy with it. Then I just came up with this. Because seriously, I had about this, half a page of text. Some people probably say a solid poem, and I just wasn't happy with it, and I just pressed the delete button. Oh, this is the song I was talking about. Yeah, it's not the greatest. Jesus Christ, I can't even talk. How long have I been going at this? Whoa, what? No, torrent, get the hell away. Jesus Christ, half an hour. This, let's see where I am. Page 53. This is the song I was talking about. It's, I think, the only full-length song I'm... Jesus Christ, get down. Why is this happening? I have no idea. Let's just leave it like that. I'm gonna say it probably isn't the best thing ever written, but it's the only like full-length song I wrote I'm happy about. I'm extremely happy with this thing. I think it took me around an hour to make it. And yes, in my head this is a rap song. This is pure rap in my mind. If somebody sees it as something different, I know, feel free to do whatever you want with it. Just make sure to put that I wrote it. I mean, imagine somebody singing and in the description you see written by Lucifer. Christ. Yeah, this is me reflecting on my username. I know I am running out of words, but I am 55 from 61, and I'll just see through this to the end. Just need to hurry up before I stop talking. Thing is that yeah, a few this was when YouTube installed the new rules, and it was like, hey, we're gonna do this, you have no right to say anything. And they pissed me off with that. I mean, the 4,000 hours watch time, I get it. I think I can believe this. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna delete that from Tapas. Actually, I'm not gonna delete it from Tapas. I'm just gonna leave it there. But I'm not gonna leave it in here because these are the things I am the most proud of. And yes, there's a lot of them. Oh, yeah. This also has 4 music references, but they are from same artist in this case. I'm just gonna let you guess who it is. And no, I'm definitely not giving you a hint. You shouldn't just go to YouTube and put this in the search engine. Yeah, diss tracks. The plague of YouTube, in my opinion. I mean, if you know who Net Nobody is, he has a couple of good songs, but I unsubbed from his channel just because he started making diss tracks. And he said he just did it for the views or as a joke, but I cannot stand the idea of a diss track. Okay, I'm not. Why did I leave so much empty space? Sometimes I don't understand that. Hmm. Yeah, this. What happens a lot of time is that I tend to speak my mind while a lot of people who agree with me stay silent. And as a result, I get all the backlash. Oh yeah, Guns and Blame. This was after, I think it was after a school shooting, and somebody asked, gave me a link to the song. Uh, what was it? Hopes and Prayers by Grandson. It's a good song, but after listening to it, uh, they asked me to write a. I don't know who it was, but they asked me to write a poem inspired by that song, and I went all out on it. And I think this is the main part of the entire poem. Can I get a gun? No. Well, that's no fun. Well, I guess a kitchen knife will do. It's not stopping people from getting weapons. First of all, it won't stop anybody who wants to get it. Second of all, that won't stop violence. Violence is a mental problem. Violence is something everybody deals in a different way, and people who don't know how to deal it, well, they become inspirations for this. And the sole fact there is an inspiration for this, it's proof in itself that you need to change the society. Oh yeah, vineyard. I love working in the vineyard. A lot of people find it tedious. My dad finds it tedious. He does it because, I mean, he has to if he wants to have homemade wine. Oh, yeah, this is also a good one. But as he says, he does not enjoy that. I, on the other hand, enjoy pretty much everything that has to do with vineyards. I don't know, I just do. And this was inspired by Warframe. Because in the game you have this guy, Cephalon Samaris, which is an AI that wants you to pretty much scan and upload people to his database. And you do get a lot of perks and bonuses for doing that, but I outright refuse to have anything to do with him, because the idea of uploading somebody on a computer, like a sentient being, uploading on a computer, or anything biological at all, it's just against my morale. And yeah, this was written in my dialect just because I find it a lot easier to write in English than I do in my own language sometimes. It's kind of comedic, but it's the truth. Oh Christ. Took me 40 minutes to go through everything. Well, I did ramble a lot. And had a lot of quiet spaces. All in all, yes, I almost wrote 200 poems. 989 on tapas, and I wanted to honor it in one way or another, so I made this. If by some crazy miracle you went through all of this, or if you just skipped to the end, doesn't matter, and if you enjoyed any of this, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Yours to do and mine to hope for. And bye!